Next person we got is Melifonwu. Melifonwu. I'm gonna show y'all his brother real quick. I think y'all gonna remember his brother. This is his brother, Obi Melifonwu. He definitely had one of the best combines of all time, but his brother did not end up being good in the NFL. He did not. 225 pounds, had speed for days. We're going to look at the combine numbers right now. We're going to look at those right now. I look, he wanted the Dolphins to draft his brother when he was coming out, but, the Raiders picked him up in the second round, and he never lived up to the hype with the Raiders, went to the Patriots. His head coach was Bill Belichick at the time. Bill Belichick couldn't even do nothing with him. Even Bill Belichick. But with a guy with these intangibles, 6'4", 224, 32-inch arms, 9-inch hands, you would have thought that he would have been good, but he's not even in the league no more. 4'4" on 40-yard dash, 1.5 10-yard split, 44-inch vertical, 11.9 broad jump, 17 on the bench press. And somebody told me that, what's his name? He's in this draft class from South Carolina, Nick. I see a lot of similarities between Obi Melifonwu and Nick. I see Nick getting drafted in the second round, around pick number 24. I do see that happening. So I'm not trying to say Nick is going to be a bad player, just like Obi, but I'm just saying it's just a lot of similarities based off them having good combines. Their draft stocks go up. I don't think Nick will be a first round player, but his draft stock is definitely up to the point where he won't last till the third round. He will be a pick. He will be picked in the second round minimum, and that's what happened with Obi Melifonwu. Everybody thought that he's going to be a third, fourth, fifth round pick until he ran that combine and got those good numbers, and he ended up going in the second round. Same thing could happen with Nick, and we might get fluked out just because of us getting impressed by the numbers and not by the tape. There's a lot of stuff to work on with Nick on tape. There was a lot of stuff to work on with Obi Melifonwu on tape. A lot of stuff. But his brother, I'd say he ended up a little bit better. At least his brother is still in the NFL. At least he's still in the NFL. So I got some faith in regards to his brother not living up to what his brother was in the NFL. He's holding it down for the family. He holding it down for the family, but he hanging on by a thread because we signed him to a 1-year, $4 million contract. That's what we signed him to. That's what we signed him to. I don't think the Dolphins got him thinking that he's going to be cornerback number 2 automatically. This is just competition there. This is Miami Dolphins doing Cam Smith a favor. Here, we going to get a guy in there. It's not solidified that he's going to be cornerback number 2. You and him could fight it out, but he's good enough to be a cornerback number 2. He did it over there with the Lions. So they set the bar high with Cam Smith by adding Melifonwu to our team. They set the bar high. If Cam Smith could beat out Melifonwu, this is going to be a good year for Cam Smith. But if Cam Smith cannot beat out Melifonwu, then Cam Smith, I probably would have to call him a bust at that point. I probably would. But I do want Cam Smith to work, man. I do want him to work because it's going to be cheaper for us to just put Cam Smith on one side, Jalen Ramsey on the other side, and we going to hold it down. We're going to hold it down. But we just going to need Cam Smith to mature, get everything together. It's your time to shine. No Kendall Fuller. We let him go. Now it's your time to do your thing. Now it's your time. I see Crazy Dolphins saying Ethan Bonner. Yeah, Ethan Bonner, he's still going to be on the team. Maybe Ashton Davis is going to be the starter. Then Ethan Bonner going to be the backup for Ashton Davis. Who knows? You're going to see how that's going to work. But Ethan Bonner, he's going to use the camp to his advantage because he's so used to camp and going up against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. He's gonna look better in camp against those guys rather than what Melifonwu would look like against Tyreek Hill at camp. You know, any other DB that we signed, Ashton Davis, no one's gonna get cooked, but they're gonna need that work from Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to become better DBs for us. They're gonna need that work from those two guys, man. So, Melifonwu, this pick, I give it like a C plus, no B, C plus. But I would like this pick more if I know you're gonna get another cornerback to put in there, another cornerback that can win that CB2 spot. CB2, like my CB2, I want you to at least be a 70 overall in PFF, at least a 70. Right now, it seemed like Melifonwu, he's at 64.3. 64.3, but there, who am I to say that he can't get better and get to that 70? Maybe him playing alongside a guy like Jalen Ramsey might help out his situation, and he ends up performing way better than this 64.3 overall grade. Scheme fit, that's another factor. And I watched some of the tape on Melifonwu, and he's definitely a scheme fit for what Weaver would like to do. If you want to blitz Melifonwu, sometimes he's a pretty good blitzer. Coverage, he could be suspect at times against competition, but he should be fine. Look at his size, man. 6'3", 210 pounds. 6'3", 210 pounds. So he got some length to him. He got some length. But we really want to make sure still that you're able to keep up with the fast players and the big players. And it seemed like Melifonwu, he has the traits to keep up with guys like that. But his brother had the traits too, and look what happened with his brother. Look what happened with his brother. Let me see what he did at the combine compared to his brother. Okay, so they measured him at 6'2" and a half, 205 pounds, 32-inch arms. Okay. 8-inch hands. He was a third-round pick. Pick number 38. I'm not seeing nothing here. No combine numbers. I'm about to look that up. See how fast he is on tape. He looked like a good 4.4, a high 4.4. A high 4.4. Okay, I found it. Right here we have the RAS score of Melifonwu, 6'2", weight 205 pounds, 16 on the bench. That's pretty good. 41-inch vertical, man. So he could get up there. He could definitely hop out there, man. Probably a sideline to sideline player. 4.48 for a guy who's 6'3", almost 6'3". That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Even though the RAS scale is not showing that's good, but look, that yellow, people go on yellow when they go to the red light. People go on yellow. You just gotta go slowly. But he's good enough. He's good enough. Broad jump 11. He got in the 11 ranges. 20-yard split, 10-yard split. Amazing. Amazing. It just seems like the agility drill. That's where he has his little issues. If you got a lot of shifty receivers, then that's going to be an issue for Melifonwu. That's going to be an issue. But maybe he could still hold up against them boys. All it takes is hard work, staying with the DB coach, no matter what, just so you can see how you could improve each week. You're going up against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, so there shouldn't be no excuses when the real games come. No excuses. Hopefully we continue to add to our DB room tomorrow. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're praying for. But like I told y'all, I give the Dolphins a C grade right now. C grade. I think he's number 6 right here. I believe he's number 6. Good cover ability. That's against Otten. Cade Otten. Had a pretty good year this year. Had a pretty good year. So he's not a bad safety at all. No, not a bad safety, not a bad tight end at all. But Melifonwu, he definitely did his thing, stayed in his zone, got him. Punched the ball out too. Look, and he's 6'3", they're letting him play this close in the box as like a slot corner, covering a tight end. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So we could put a 6'3" guy out there a slot and we'll be fine. That's what you're trying to tell me. That's what you're trying to tell me. But like y'all been saying in the chat, I want to see it in a road game. I really want to see it in a road game. But I'm gonna use this to my advantage just to see what kind of football player he is. Right here, we got Melifonwu at deep safety. I can see him right here. Let's check him out. That boy hitting. Okay. You can use him as a chess piece as well. Seems like everybody on the same page. Everybody know what's going on. At least he got there, man. He blew number 18 up.
Quiet day 2 for the Lions in free agency. Former safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson got traded from the Eagles to Texans. Big note, Detroit's defensive backfield continues to get a makeover. Ifeatu Melifonwu is off to Miami, agreeing to a one-year deal with the Dolphins, NFL Network reports. The Lions drafted Melifonwu in the 3rd round in 2021 in a pick acquired in the Matthew Stafford-Jared Goff trade. 2023 was Melifonwu's healthiest and most productive season. His interception sealed the division-clinching win in Minnesota. He was only healthy for 3 games, though, this season.
That's the bad thing about Melifonwu. You got to hope that he can stay healthy. That's a big issue, the injuries, man. The injuries. You know, hey, fam, if you need anything, bro, I could get something from Haiti to help you not get injured throughout the whole year. I got you, fam. I got you, because we can't sign you to this money and you're not going to be available. You're not. So if this play don't work out right here, us signing this player does not work out, then it means that we let go Kendall Fuller too early, in my opinion. We let him go too early. We're going to see how the market, plays out. Maybe they still have an offer on the table for him, but he probably just looking for all his options out there. That's probably the situation. So, yeah, shout out to Melifonwu from Detroit to Miami. From Detroit to Miami. So I give Melifonwu that. The Waller, he not in the league no more. He retired. But like less athletic tight ends that are still good, I think that Melifonwu could guard them. But if you're like a physical specimen, I think Melifonwu gonna have a hard time, man. He gonna have to hold his own because teams will not be targeting Jalen Ramsey. They will be targeting your side if you end up being a starter. Make sure Jalen Ramsey is on the best receiver of every team, and then we're gonna make sure Melifonwu maybe he gonna be the best cornerback to go on wide receiver number 2. As of right now, he's that person. But maybe we're bringing in somebody else who takes that away from him. So he's just going to have to come off the bench. And that's that. You're going to have to make plays consistently. No matter how big, how tall somebody is, you're going to have to figure out a way to make the play. Come on, Melifonwu. Come on, fam. I know that's Malik Neighbors. But he's supposed to get this right here. You know, like with all the plays that I'm seeing that he's getting beaten, he's in position. That's one thing I like. He's always in position. But Malik Neighbors, he showed that he gonna be a top 10 receiver this upcoming year. That's what he showed. Maybe even number one. There's a Melifonwu one-on-one at the Senior Bowl. Pretty good feet for a guy who's 6'2", 6'3". Pretty good feet. Yeah, with this DB, you just gotta use him everywhere. Use his long limbs to his advantage. Okay, Melifonwu.
Ifeatu Melifonwu, defensive back from Syracuse University. I'm from Massachusetts, South Grafton, Massachusetts, very small town. Started playing football about 7, 8 years old. Biggest influences were definitely my brothers, because they all played. Favorite player growing up? I was an offensive guy, so probably like Barry Sanders. I like Reggie Bush too. So family was very important for me. I come from a big family. I have 3 older brothers and a sister. We're all very athletic, very competitive, and we actually get it from my mom. It was just a very competitive household, and you know, everything I did, my brothers wanted me to do better. Like if I got a PBU, it should have been a pick. If I got a pick, it should have been a pick 6. So we were definitely very competitive. Yeah, so when I was getting recruited, my top 3 were Syracuse, UConn, BC. BC was like a little too close to home for me. It was only 35 minutes. And at the time, I wanted to kind of branch out and do my own thing. UConn, I didn't want to be in my brother's footsteps. So Syracuse was really the best option, but I also gelled with the coaches here. You know, my recruiting class, I was really close with all the guys here. 'Cause I wasn't really highly recruited like that. So I don't know if I was really a big name like coming in.
I can remember when we went and played UConn our first year here. Now that was in 2016. And the night before we played UConn, Ify had a home game. And I drove down and I watched him play, and he was playing DB, he was playing receiver, he was playing wildcat quarterback. And I'm just like, my gosh, he does everything. And I remember leaving that night, getting back to the hotel the night before we played UConn. I was tired, man, but we felt so good because we knew we were getting a complete player in Ify. And obviously, it really came to fruition this past year.
Told me that she can't walk with me, I approached her like a thug. Plus, she probably looked up in
No copyright, so I had to stop right there. I had to stop. But yeah, I got to know him a little bit.
Like I said, the AG told us assignment, technique, effort, and have fun. Have fun, that was another thing he said, is have fun in practice.
I know, but one bad thing about him, his defensive coordinator with the Lions, Aaron Glenn. What team he went to? The Jets. So whenever we go up against the Jets, Aaron Glenn gonna know exactly what to do with Melifonwu. He's a good cornerback when he's healthy, and based off his height, his weight, his speed, he should be a great cornerback, but he hasn't lived up to that potential yet. Hasn't lived up to it, but it's there. But against good players, he still doesn't do what he gotta do. He still doesn't, you know. But that don't make him a bad player. That just makes him an average player, an okay player. With Melifonwu, we don't know if he could beat the best of the best. He could probably beat like 65, 75% of people that line up in front of him. But that other 25 during those important games against good teams with good receivers, and we gonna need you to step up to the plate, especially if you try and be cornerback number 2. You really got to be able to guard whichever wide receiver number 2 a team comes in with. So if we play the Bengals, we expecting Jalen Ramsey to hold it down against Jamar Chase, and we gonna need you to guard T. Higgins. We gonna need you to guard George Pickens. You know, they got DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf gonna be on Jalen Ramsey. Can he keep up with a fast receiver number 2? Can he? You know, so it just seems like with matchups, we're gonna have to use that to our ability with Melifonwu, so we could put him in the right positions, because we don't want to put him in bad positions against players that we know that he probably not gonna do good against.
That's what we did. Like,
once he start getting comfortable with the defense, and the defense start getting comfortable with him, and I play off of what he does good out there, everything's gonna clip. Everything's gonna clip. But notice I did say a lot of ifs. So that don't mean it's gonna like play out like I'm saying it is. You know, I make it sound good right now, but you know, I'm praying like we could make this work. I'm praying. So one thing about him, he been in winning situations with a good team. He won playoff games before. He won them. I can't take that away from him, man. Them boys getting jiggy. Pretty fluid. There goes CB2. There goes CB2. Here we got another clip. This is kind of like a weird formation. You see where Jordan Addison is at, and you see Melifonwu. He's lined up right here. Good job on run support. Good job right there. And Jordan Addison, he not trying to do nothing, bro. He can't block. Jordan Addison, he can't block, dog. But I love the effort right there. Love the effort in the box. Get off me. Boom. Good tackle. This is him and his brother. And shout out to Obi, man. Shout out to Obi. Shoot, maybe we gotta bring the boys back together, man. And double team Miami together, man. Maybe. I wouldn't mind like training his brother to be a very, very good football player. He seems like he could really do that. Checking his high school profile real quick. Syracuse 6'2". Was a 3-star recruit. He had Albany, Bryant, Holy Cross, Maine, Syracuse. So he had a lot of smaller schools. You know, the biggest school that gave him the opportunity, he took it. Definitely took advantage of that opportunity. And now he in the NFL. You know, his brother, I don't know where his brother is, but hey, hopefully them boys are good, man. Hopefully them boys are good. Let me go to his Instagram, see what he got going on over there. No copyright.
I'm starting to cut these bitches off, I'm tired of playing.
That boy working. And he got the helmet on. That boy, he not playing. You know, it's time to prove yourself. This is what I be wanting to do every day. This is what I be wanting to do. To be honest, man. So yeah, that boy, he put a lot of work in. Yeah, it seems like he don't take no days off, man. It seems like he gonna take this season seriously. He definitely gonna take this season seriously. Like I told y'all, he could play safety and DB, but he gonna decide.
2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Ifeatu Melifonwu.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.